Oh, baby, baby,
How are you
baby.
naming your stream before it goes live?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Gives you an option to do said naming of the stream. The name of this stream being Grounded with Dilly Dave. Today, hanging out, having a golden time with Rhath, aka the botanist, aka the vandal, aka the biggest boy that I know. How we doing today?
I'm damn good, man. Damn good.
Yeah? Is that enough
Yeah,
AKAs for you? Or are you looking for more?
that's a good start. That's a good start. I need yeah. If you can slow them down, then I can write some bars about them before you give me a next one.
Yes. I think that's important. You always got to stock up for those bars, right? Am I
Mm-hmm.
right?
You are right.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Before we get completely into it, obviously, a great way to get grounded is to acknowledge the sacred ground that we stream and record and go live from, that we live upon for ourselves, for Rhath and myself. It's the Boomerang and the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. So just like to acknowledge the traditional custodians, not owners of this land. Acknowledge elders past, present, emerging, and just let them know that sovereignty of this land was never ceded. We should be grateful for what we have and understand historically the context of of how we got why we're here. How do you feel about that, Wrath?
I feel great about that. I've been feeling frantic all day, and I feel like you've just brought me back down to the earth.
Here we are, the where our feet stand or are planted. Um, it's been here for a ripe number of millennia. Millennia is 1,000 years, yeah. So we're talking hundreds of that, thousands of that, so much of that. Shout out to all my millennials out there.
Right.
Wrath. Before we also get into it. There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
housekeeping for this channel
Yeah.
now at the moment. There's
Mm-hmm.
actually a lot of things that I need to tell people about. Sometimes the temptation is just to, shoot for the good stuff. The good stuff being, you know, what after I prompt you, the response that hopefully you give after I do that a number of times. But with this channel, how it works, what's happening is you could be watching this on either Twitch or YouTube, the two main places you can catch it.
Mm-hmm.
Normally with the Twitch streams, 4 p.m., Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Some variation in that, like with now. So there'll probably be most Thursdays an earlier stream with Wrath looking at local produce.
Mm-hmm.
Also remember that Wrath does a breakfast beat stream at 9 p.m. Appreciate the
Mm-hmm.
follow there by Swift Val X Swift Val.
Excellent. That's right.
Also, what is attached to this channel, this stream, um, is the Spotify playlist, which is my eye on the Melbourne and Melbourne adjacent
Mm-hmm.
hip hop music scene.
Am
And
I
there's a few
following your
outliers in the
playlist?
playlist, and Wrath has actually added more tracks to the playlist than anyone else except for myself. So, Wrath, what are your thoughts on this playlist so far? Like, do you really think this is something that is giving value to the people? Is it a good curation of music?
I would definitely say so. I feel as someone who I think is very who isolates themselves creatively in a local sense. I feel that this show is forcing me to explore what the locals have to offer, which is
Mm-hmm.
good because I should be if I want to be a producer and working in this scene, I should be aware of who is out there and what we're all doing. So yeah, this playlist is insanely valuable to myself.
There you go. You heard it from the mouth of the horse itself. So stupid. Right now, okay, so they're pretty much the main elements of it. Of course, you can follow me on Instagram, on Instagram,
Instagram.
on on Instagram .com
Ugh.
on Instagram. Dave Dilly. There'll be some things there, mostly my own stuff, but right now we've got something very special that only started Tuesday this week. We'll get
Mhm.
our first sponsor on this show, and we're absolutely staring at him right now. It's Rhath _music himself, the producer, the engineer, the imaginator, the creator, the many title I give him. I just continue to give him titles. So what's happening right now next to his screen, next to his face? I'm putting up a QR code here. Rhath does mixing and
Beautiful.
mastering.
Beautiful.
Now he's got this deal, mix and master service, $150. You don't have to be local from Melbourne. We can do this remotely. Rhath, my dude, please speak on this service. What are you offering, and how's it going to happen?
It's affordable. It's personal. It's quick. I think what more do you need to know than that? I guess I mix a lot of stuff for Vibe Union and yourself, Dilly Dave. So if you need examples
Yes.
of what you're getting, that's the place to go.
We could actually do a quick one right now. How about we pop a little bit
Mhm.
of gusto or something, right? There's an
Oh
example
yeah, we can
that's
throw
already up
Gusto
there.
up. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna pop that for a second, just so we know what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Let me rejoin.
And
Oh.
Rhath also produced this feed as well. Hello.
Yes.
You got this? Or you want me to send you an invite?
No, I got it.
Come on now.
Uh-huh.
Gusto. Come on now. Cover.
If you want a beat as well, there's that service as well.
How I came out the dustbin, hit like the bass when it comes in. Now I serve heat like Guzman. You're looking like a young McLovin. Step into the stage for combustion, you're bluffing, coming with the wild assumptions.
Okay. That's all you need to hear.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So, QR code's there. Scan it. You'll get to him, and we'll go from there. Also, other information, the link of this will be in the description of the YouTube video. There's no way you can miss it. So I'm taking it off the screen now. Screen print, or I'll screen all your calls. All right, well, there it is. Can you believe it? I think that's all their housekeeping involved. There's a lot of it, Rhath. We're 7 minutes in now, and you know, I barely know what you had for breakfast. I know you did a stream this morning. How'd that go? Let's start with that.
Yeah. It was the shortest one I've done. But showing just my productivity.
Yeah.
I smashed it out. Yeah. So I'm flustered today because I've been working from that moment onwards. But yeah, it was a rapid fire moment of just making decisions and moving quickly. Yeah, I mean, perhaps the best way to recap it is to play the beat that came out of it.
I was really hoping that you would, to be honest. Any excuse to hear that again?
This
Please
is
let us hear it.
yeah, this is what I came up with in this one was only an hour from start to finish. Didn't know where I was going. Let's have a listen. That coming through? There you go. That's what came out of today. What came out of this morning session. That's a good way to start my day off.
It's beautiful. I fucking love it. Can you break down what's happening with all these vocal chops and like the direction of how you got there and your use of them?
To be honest,
nice.
The vocal chops are pretty much just dropping in samples at this point. I'm using the arcade plugin, which is a favorite of mine. It's a nice, simple Basically, it's a sample library, but it's very curated. It's very quick and easy to play. So you're just selecting which pack you want, and then it loads it up onto your keyboard, and away you go. With minimal
Okay.
controls, which is kind of why I like it, because it keeps me making decisions rather than like fine tuning anything, tinkering too much. And yeah, there's a lot of ethereal voice packs. So I took that, I slapped it on.
Okay. So you didn't yeah, I guess you just had to arrange what you already had your kind of hands on in a way.
It's pretty much yeah, putting the pieces together of a jigsaw puzzle for this one.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, the main thing I was focused on was definitely the drums for this beat.
What was the focus and idea behind that? What were you crystallizing upon?
I mean, listening to a lot of JPEG Mafia, and I just wanted to find some more glitchiness, something a bit more hectic. Yeah. Something like I wanted packet loss and latency. I want like compression. I want stuttering, glitches in the matrix. That's the kind of shit I'm thinking about right now.
And this obviously comes from just listening to, I guess, a bunch of other producers, both across borders and locally. I know I didn't give us a lot of time to do homework for this particular episode, but is there anything that you got that we could give a little play at the moment?
I got some very last minute gems, but I seem to have a I shot you one. I'm gonna find the other one for you as well.
Yeah, please talk to me.
Local Cat, Plutonic Lab, very well known, very highly regarded local producer and performer. I wish I knew more, but I think probably the best way to find out about them is just to have a listen, and then I'll try and find some information in the meantime.
Absolutely, I love it. Was there a particular track that was?
I think that first one is crazy.
Long Slow?
Yeah. Throw it on.
All right, cool. Let's rip it. I haven't played it yet, by the way. I'm just
cool.
Doing mish. Here we go.
Yeah. Wanna abuse it, forget about it. Profit me nothing if I abuse to forget the pain that you put me in. Put me through the wall, show the equal setting. Long, slow ting. Made me think you're friendly, but in reality, had me running around in circles, chasing my tail. On a long, slow ting. I should've known, but I was trying too hard to stay hard about it. Fact of the matter is it matters, but I figured out after the fact. Until you finished, I would've never caught that. Ooh, listen to me. I'll do better next time around. Keep these 10 toes to the ground. Try to be quick and I'ma slow it down. Long, slow ting. Try to push it, I'ma stop it now. Long, slow ting. I'm in charge, I'ma slow it down. Long, slow. You can step down, new sheriff in town. Wanna abuse and light the gas. We tryna melt sparks flying from the weld, and I swear I smell propane. Accessories. And I know you got an extra grind. Accessories. Long, slow ting. Should've known you wasn't trusty. Shady is the name, sneaky is the game. Wish I saw you from a ways off. Too naive, but I got you. Come again, try me. Ooh, listen to me. I'll do better next time around. Keep these 10 toes to the ground. Try to be quick and I'ma slow it down. Long, slow ting. Try to push it, I'ma stop it now. Long, slow ting. I'm in charge, I'ma slow it down. Long, slow. You can step down, new sheriff in town. 10 toes down the ground, I ain't moving. You can try, but I'm knocking you out. 10 toes down, but you can catch these hands. Nothing but shots to your mouth. Oh, listen to me. Out to get the next time around. Keep these 10 toes to the ground. Listen to me now. Now you're out to get the next time around. Keep these 10 toes to the ground. Listen to me. Try to be quick and I'ma slow it down. Long, slow, tick. Try to push it, I'ma stop it now. Long, slow, tick. I'm in charge, I'ma slow it down. Long, slow. You can step down, new sheriff in town. Try to be quick and I'ma slow it down. Long, slow, tick. Try to push it, I'ma stop it now. Long, slow, tick. I'm in charge, I'ma slow it down. Long, slow. You can step down, new sheriff in town.
There you go. There you go. I might have lost your voice there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Extremely quiet.
Yeah.
there you are, there you
Yeah. Yeah, it seemed like a leaf straight out of the Anderson Paak notebook is what
I was thinking that. Yeah, 100%. So the vocalist was Olivia St. Louis. What we got from this guy? This guy seems to be from at least residing in Germany at the moment.
Okay.
But so Plutonic Labs, he's been doing it for a while. So he is active 1995 until the present. He was the touring drummer for the Hilltop Hoods. He's worked with Natalie Slade, who's a pretty fucking incredible vocalist from Australia as well.
Pulling all big names.
Big one.
Look
Interesting
forward.
thing here. It says he also produced beats on the releases of Sean Love from the US and MC Toomey, South Africa. Now this is fun because this has actually cleared up something that I've been wondering about for a while. Because I mentioned a good friend of yours and mine, Toomey, to a mate of mine, and he was like, Toomey, yeah, I was listening to Toomey back in the 90s, and I was like, I don't think so. I don't know about that.
Well, he could have been doing it for a while. I think he was probably born in the 80s, late 80s.
Late 80s. So yeah, he would have been he would have been kicking it in primary school.
Right.
But yeah, so I was confused by that. And now I just found out there was Toomey Molkane or Molokane, who's a South African rapper and poet, and he hung out in Australia back in the day, I believe. And he went by Toomey, he went by MC Toomey. Later changed his name to Stogie T. And I think this is why my mate was thinking of Toomey back in the 90s, was because of this guy.
Yeah.
And this guy, because this guy worked with Plutonic Labs as well on one of his albums. So there's connections there.
Well, connections, that's a great peep. That is definitely going straight to the playlist, which now has over 5.5 hours worth of quality music.
God damn.
Yeah, I don't really know what else to comment upon with that track except for such a vibe, such a jam. Yeah, it was just
I really enjoy the really minimalist production work on it. Like it's pretty much
sounded
just
very
that beat
sounded like a band in the room, you know.
I believe with him being a drummer, it probably makes sense that those were some live drums in there as well. But yeah, huge.
Gave that flex and flow. So I did have a little bit of look at Bandcamp myself and found only one artist to share. So I imagine, you share one, I'll share one, then you can share another one, and then we'll be looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Don't know anything about this particular artist. Also, just quickly, I've noticed, and you notice as well, that Spotify seems to cut out if it gets any like vocal input through Discord.
No, I haven't noticed that.
Okay.
Would you like me to mute myself though? Is the main issue?
No, I actually did mute you. I think it's like when it comes in from my end, is what
Oh,
happens.
interesting.
There's a little notification up here at the top of Discord that says Spotify playback paused while transmitting audio. Voice settings.
Right.
Where is it? Automatically.
Hard to
enable-
say for me because obviously I'm listening to it on my Spotify.
Yeah. But no, it kind of does pause at mine. I'm just wondering what I need to untick or tick.
I wish I could help, but I'm not sure.
Do you reckon it could be the audio subsystem and like changing it out of experimental into standard or
Potentially.
legacy?
Potentially.
Let's have a little bit of
Streaming-
look at that.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not gonna. We don't want to quit and read that. No, we're good. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
All right. So what
sure,
I've got up for us is, and I didn't listen all the way through, but it sounded good enough for me. We got Gecko, and I guess the producer is 86. Bring it up now. I'm just gonna pull that back. Is it coming through for you, boss?
Yeah.
Not at the moment. Wait, let me try now. I'm hearing long slow again.
Check.
That good?
Yeah. I'm not sure if our cameras are working, my dude. I'm just looking at the Twitch stream from here.
Yeah, it's because when I'm not focused on the Discord window, it doesn't come
Ah.
through for whatever reason. It's super bizarre. Yeah, I mean,
Ah, that's so frustrating.
maybe it's a processing thing. You know, when you were looking at it, I had a my eye on another
Yeah.
tab, but most of the time I'm kind of
Interesting.
keeping it open. All
I
right,
don't think
so
there's been an issue on my end. Like when I do it.
could be a processing thing. Maybe my computer's telling me to get some new shit on, get some new kicks.
Hmm.
Anyway, this track is French Revolution by 86 and Gecko. It's a tasty morsel. I've got nothing else to say. Let's enjoy it.
Check. Yo, I'm the 8-ton H-bomb, 8 got keep going. Yo, I'm the 8-ton H-bomb, 8's gone, failed and replaced by an H-bomb. Hate strong, came to the beat a two-prong, reign of defeat, Street Fighter 2, CE Ken to the EP. See me cooped up, digging through dust to the crate for the next great sample to loop up. I ain't new cunt, figure this speech comes drenched in the blood of MCs that I meet, then I hawk meat, stock on the hot street, rock on, funk to the doob if I got weed, if I don't feed, swap to the gym beam, slush then I'm off to the land of the very bad dream. Axe in my hand, see the blood and I can't breathe, wake in a sweat to my heartbeat.
Pop a pill that turned hell into a leisure suite. GOAT, MOB, pockets full. I rock last night's gear at breakfast and never sleep. I'm not about to stop now and probably never will. Stumble down Swanston, hungry, baring teeth. Weather-beaten whip, skull tethered to the grill. Mercy please malevolence, I show no benevolence. Let dogs off the leash, they go in for the kill. French Revolution, sever heads in a guillotine. Give me my bread, before I pull your car, kill the queen. Kid up pop collar, slick talking scholar. Bring the edutainment, you bitch and the engagement. It is what you think it is and not no coinky dink. All I see is sheep getting printed up with sticky ink. Gex off the roster, off the Richter, the meter's red. We're not feeding humans, we're hungry, clear the check.
Yeah.
Some fierce bars and delivery in there.
Yeah, I think the production worked well with it too.
Mhm,
Very kind
mhm.
of eerie, alley, like I don't know, it just paints this dank picture. It's I liked it.
takes you back to like some kind of maybe mid 2000s grimy kind of shit. Not grime in terms of the genre, but just like old dark and gritty boom bap, which I think Australia, especially Melbourne, is really good at that sound.
Yeah. It's
a
nice
place
to have one of those tracks that like do a whole lot of shout outs to local spots and stuff as well, and streets and whatnot.
Also, getting Kawinky Dink in there is well
What a
done.
squeeze. Who would have thought? What a squeeze.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Rhath.
I got one. Yeah.
Please, if you got another.
I got one more for you.
Cool.
Let me just make sure. Let me just find it real quick. Here we go. Here we go. Chad Walls. Let me send it through to you. There you go. First track. In the meantime, I shall try and do some digging on him and find out some more shit about him.
Please. And thank you. Green curry. All right, let's do this. Do.
Yeah.
Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, so beautiful.
Dude works with Labco, which is a bit of a little community of
yes.
lo-fi boom bap enthusiasts, beat makers. There's
Yeah.
a really rich and interesting lo-fi scene in Melbourne, and I love. I've only been to a few of the events, but I really dig the vibe of like going down, and everyone's got their little 404s. They've got their little Roland 404s, and they're smashing out little, usually quite short sets, like 15, 20-minute sets, just kind of showing each other what they've been working on, and that's kind of when I started using the term. I'm not saying this is necessarily my term, but using the word sketching when I'm working on beats and shit like this, because seeing these guys doing this made me think of that kind of process of, rather than like, it feels less like that kind of hype, like, man, check out this amazing new beat that's gonna break the game or change everything, right? It's just like these
Mm.
guys are just like doing these quick chops, they're loops, they're simple beats, and they just kind of come up and do a bit of a show and tell for each other. And I love the vibe of that. It's very unassuming and relaxing and encouraging, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you're right, there is quite the scene for it. It feels like there's a bunch of tastemakers in the scene that are really kind of tuned in, and I guess a lot of them probably have some kind of like, more jazzy or classical background, and then they've just become masters in terms of resampling things that they have like a fine taste for, and like everyone's got their own little. I feel like everyone has like a similar maybe process and uses similar tools and hardware, but it's all about like the everyone's flavor is a little, a bit different, little
100%.
little unique.
Remind me later that I've got a guy that I think you should get onto this show that I will send you
Ooh.
your way later.
You're gonna put me on a show, are you?
I think you should get this guy on your show.
Oh yes, cool. You got a guest.
Local tastemaker, definitely huge in that lo-fi scene.
Oof.
Producer himself, runs his own studio. Yeah, good name to know.
Do we? Can we name drop now, or do we leave that to later? Or do we
Yeah.
don't want to? Yeah, go on.
His name is actually, how do I pronounce the name? Well, actually, his name on Facebook is Jono Bonjono. I don't actually know what his.
Oh yeah.
You know Jono?
Yeah, I know Jono, John Quill. Yeah.
That might be it.
I have a.
You might know this guy.
Yeah, he works at Toomey. Yeah.
Potentially, I know him. I know him through an old friend of mine. So the connection is loose and kind of goes around the scene rather than through it. If that makes sense.
It does make sense. I'm just trying to prove that I'm pretty sure he's on my map that I've printed out. I'm pretty sure I got a headshot of him. But yeah, John Quill.
Cool.
Yeah. He's definitely. I would 1,000,000%. He's on the list. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
sweet.
good person to have eyes on. Also, I found out that I've got I'm a couple points of separation away from DJ Morn. So I think I might have it.
Is that someone we had on recently? Like
Somebody
we were checking out
knows.
their sound?
Yeah, that you recommended a while back.
Shit. Right.
Yeah, so that should be interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember the cover. I remember the blue metal kind of esque cover, which I really.
That's one of the best like albums or mixtapes that I adore that so much. I feel like it's certainly the all the soundtracks of my life, no doubt.
Well, that'd be awesome. It'd be awesome to get some of these to put these producers on the map here, and then to get them on, continue the conversation. And no doubt that they'll have producers to demonstrate to us as well.
It's all about just expanding that associate net, the net of association.
It's a good time to
Rhath.
good time. Yo, talk to me.
I feel like this is a good little just a powwow, just a 30-minute. I feel like we've recommended some stuff. I need to get myself ready to talk with another superstar, aka Jimmy Harwood.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes,
we'll be talking with that for
versatile guy.
Very versatile guy. Please give us a little bit of a reflection of Jimmy. Let him hear it.
I haven't. I've only interacted with him once in person, as far as I'm aware, through our live streams.
Yeah.
But yeah, amazing. I knew him as a hip hop producer first. He supplied a beat or two to us to use for the Vibe Union vibrations.
That's
tracks. Right. And it was a very pleasant surprise when we were going to put it on our mixtape, and we asked him like, "Yo, can we just let us know if there are any samples, because it sounds like it's a sample-based track, and then we're going to have difficulty putting it on Spotify." He's like, "Nope, I made it all. did the guitars, did the keys, did everything, man. And that's fucking cool as hell. So yeah, he's
A real talent.
versatile, and his singer-songwriter stuff is super on point. He's got a lot of energy when he plays. It's amazing.
A lot of energy, beautiful tones. He pushes it out. It's all there. He's a good soul. You know, it's like the freshest of backyard produce, you know, in the best possible way. So just before we leave, this has been another episode of Grounded. You know, you can find these episodes on YouTube. There will be a plan down the track to kind of, you know, release these as more of a podcast type thing. But for now,
Cool.
Twitch, YouTube, Rhath, currently the first sponsor of this show. I'm just going to pop the QR code again. It doesn't matter if you're in Melbourne or not. If you need mixing and mastering, if you want maybe to even hit Rhath up for some music, a production a piece, hit that QR code, start talking to him, because he likes talking to people, even though sometimes it doesn't appear that way. And if you're apprehensive about what a good producer he is, Thursday morning, 9 p.m. a.m., 9 a.m., check out Rhath Music. He'll give you the brekkie beats.
Hell yeah. It's a good way to start your day.
Any final words, my good dude?
Thanks for having me on once again. I will endeavor to do my homework in advance at some point, but until that day, I feel like we are stumbling our way through some incredible finds. It's been great.
Look, I never want to give you homework because what happens in the moment is truly magical enough, and I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for following, and thank you more for following this Twitch channel right now. You better follow on. Otherwise, I'm not going on getting grounded anymore. I'm kidding. Enjoy. Peace. Bye.